Hello, my name is Pat Ramsey. I am with the Urban League, and my capacity in serving the Urban League is their co-chair. And I've been serving as the co-chair for about the past year and a half. And it has been a pleasure to work with my co-chair, James Myers of UPS, and certainly a pleasure serving and working with Marsha Maccabee, who is our president CEO. Urban League was actually one of the first places that I worked following college, and it was quite an experience. I was hired on as the housing director for the Urban League, and so of course that was many years ago. It was under the direction of the president, CEO at that time, of William K. Wolf, and he hired me on knowing that I was a willing worker. The values that the Urban League espoused in terms of helping others in our community was extremely important to me at that time. And being a leader and being a person to help out with housing, that was very important even back in the 1970s. And of course, moving forward in the future, it's something that's extremely important in this economy today. But having that first job really taught me a lot of values that carry on in my life right now. One of the things that the executive director told me at that time was always learn to be a lady and never become cynical. So that was clearly values that I thought was very important and translated into stay humble, be a servant leader, stay kind, but it was also a lot of team playing, and it was also a lot of leadership values that was instilled at that point in time. So here I am, fast forward some 20-30 years later, and what's very interesting is that now I sit on the board of the Urban League, and it's almost like it's an amazing coming around to the future. But it's a really exciting place to be right now. And while over the past couple of years we've had a few downs, we are on a wonderful upstream of being a valuable resource for our community in terms of educating our children, providing that business development skills for entrepreneurs in the community. We are really a force when it comes to just dealing in those two particular areas. And then workforce development. We are definitely one about understanding what it means to obtain and get jobs for our people. That is very important. But education, workforce development, and business development, those are the keys that have really are taking us into the future. One of the values that I had mentioned earlier was being a team player, but also being able to network, and that networking was a value that was stressed to me as we were able to work in the community with city governments and also with corporations. And all of those players coming together really formed a synergy to really help us out and do the right things that we want to do in our communities to help our children, our young people, our businesses, and just moving forward. One of the stories that I do want to share is that I recall that years later, after I had left the Urban League, I was in a meeting, and it was dealing with business development, but there was a gentleman that came up to me and said to me, "I remember you. You helped me save my home." And you know what? That is one of the best feelings ever. That's something that you did way back in the past when you were just starting in your career that just carried forward and really made a difference in somebody's life. And that's what the Urban League of Greater Cleveland is all about. We are making a difference in people's lives. We are, here I am again, coming in from the past, seeing what the Urban League was all about 30 years ago or more, and then now being able to live out those dreams and being able to help people live out those dreams for today, and not only that, for the future. So it is just a wonderful thing that I think the Urban League does. The other day I was involved in a site visit by one of our funders, and we were visiting the Ted Ginn Academy, and I'll tell you, it just brought tears to your eyes as to how well our young men are being taught and being educated to be the future leaders in our communities and in our country and in the world. These gentlemen have what it takes to be successful wherever they go, and it is because of the partnership that is forged between community leaders like us, the Urban League, as well as working very closely with people like Mr. Ginn, Miss Parker, Mr. Hayes at the Ted Ginn Academy, and it was just a wonderful thing that you see happening, and that's just a small sample of what we're doing right now. So hopefully you will help us to move into the future. I just want to say congratulations to the Urban League for celebrating and getting ready to celebrate 95 years of existence and of service to the greater Cleveland area. We are proud of our roots, and we are proud of our present, and we are